it's getting to the point now, as a Minnesota Vikings fan, that whoever we get to play on Sunday, it's just whatever. Like my emotion, like the emotional part of my body, like whatever part of that brain. I got like a D in anatomy, so I couldn't tell you what part of my brain, or what part of your brain controls emotions. Maybe you guys could in the comment section. But it's just getting to the point where it's like, and by the way, before we get into this, I'm really happy to be back. I had a beautiful wedding. Married the most beautiful woman in the world, who put together an incredible wedding, an incredible honeymoon, and we put a ring on it. So I'm really excited to be back. And as we were coming back from the honeymoon, we were honeymooning down in Carmel by the sea, which is one of the most beautiful places on the earth, whatever. We were flying out of San Francisco, and my wife turned to me and said, "Hey, we should have planned this part of the wedding. We could have went to the Vikings game." And I was like, yeah, that would have been cool. Just it kind of stopped. And then I stopped and thought, I'm like, why? Because they were bound to just let us down. Like, it's just what the Vikings do. And it's nothing against the Vikings. They were just coming off a big win against the Green Bay Packers. Things were looking up. And by the way, when I think we were coming back on the 101, I can't remember what highway, interstate we're coming back on, but just nothing but 49ers fans. I did the skull chant to a couple of them as we're driving by. I knew the 49ers were going to win. I mean, the Vikings couldn't stop the run, and that's all the 49ers could do is run the football. And Jimmy G did enough. So at the end of the day, it just came down to the fact of just as I watched this game, as I watched the highlights multiple times, you knew the 49ers were in control. You knew that the Vikings and Kirk Cousins weren't going to do enough to come back, and it just stunk. It just stunk. You had Kirk Cousins who finished the day 20 of 32, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, which is, it was kind of a bonehead interception. I honestly don't like. Kirk Cousins has one of those games where, once in a while, like this one, where you kind of question one of his throws, but he otherwise has been playing very well this season. So, also Justin Jefferson throwing a 25-yard strike to Dalvin Cook for that screenplay. And it was just me, or when he had 3 blockers, who I think it was like Ezra Cleveland, Oli Udoh, and Brian O'Neill, or was it Mason Cole? Doesn't matter. Had those 3 blockers, and it looked perfect. It looked fantastic. They finally got Dalvin Cook the ball in terms of, the screenplay and catching the football. Dalvin Cook led the team with 6 catches, second on the team with 64 receiving yards, also had 10 carries for 39 yards on the day. Alexander Madison also had 7 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. Now, Cook could miss a couple weeks because of that dislocated shoulder, so that'll be something to watch moving forward. But I guess the main thing I'm trying to say throughout all of this is the Vikings blew it. Like, they had a chance there at the end. Plenty of mistakes to go around. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. What was the Conklin fumble at the end there? Or that didn't necessarily turn into a turnover, but Kirk Cousins and the Vikings not able to punch it in on multiple occasions down in the red zone. It's just, and allowing a touchdown before, it's become the norm for the Vikings defense to just go ahead and score a touchdown before the half, because it wouldn't be a game this year without that. That's just been the main point to drive through. Last year it was, a lot of key players were out. This year you're going to score a touchdown on the Vikings every time before the half. So, it's just rough. Also, Justin Jefferson had 4 catches for 83 yards. Adam Thielen, I think that was a catch, by the way. That was a catch that they took away from him. It's whatever. 5 catches, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has 10. His second consecutive year with over 10 touchdowns in a season. I love it. I think he's been a big reason as to why the Vikings have found some red zone success. But really the story of it was, man, the Vikings blew it. They had multiple opportunities to win it. And despite the fact that, all the injuries, pretty much their second, I think they were missing their entire starting defensive line. And just Eric Kendricks and Harrison Smith continue to do amazing things, and the rest of the defense, it's getting painful. It's getting to the point where you almost turn off the game. You almost don't watch it. You check the score from time to time because you got something better to do throughout the day, but you just don't watch it. Elijah Mitchell, wow, great game by him. He's going to be a bad mamma jamma running the football for the 49ers. And I think, honestly, I really wasn't that shocked that he did so well at just coming off those injuries. I think it was, a finger and a foot injury or an ankle injury. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. But, honestly, finished the day, 27 carries, 133 yards, and a touchdown. I think from, basically from what we saw right away, he was going to be a special player, the former running back out of Louisiana. Now, again, I really didn't know what to expect from him coming back. But, this guy's been amazing throughout the year. A former 6th-round pick, 143 carries, 693 yards on the year, 4 touchdowns. He has just been he's been amazing, and I think he's going to be a big shot in the arm for them moving forward with their running game. Because they just have been making everybody look great throughout the years. But now they got a stud in the backfield. They've had studs, but Elijah Mitchell is something else. Deebo Samuel also 6 carries for 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. They're just we knew it. We knew it. The 49ers were going to run the football, and there was nothing you were going to do about it, especially the Vikings and their second string defensive line. But also it was the fact that you expected them to kind of step up. Armon Watts looked good, had a sack, but the rest of it was just, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. And the 49ers did what we thought they were going to do. They came in, they ran the football, and the Vikings just weren't going to stop it, despite the fact they had multiple chances to win the football game, and they just couldn't go out and do it. But also Brandon Ayuk, I've been talking about this man for forever now. 3 catches, 91 yards. He's just amazing. Also Elijah Mitchell also had 5 catches for 35 yards, adding to his total over 180 yards on the day. Just fantastic. George Kittle only had 1 catch, which was shocking, but other than that, you like what you see overall. And I think, when you look at it offensively and defensively, the Vikings they left so many things on the field, and now they got to find a way to go on a stretch here. 5-6, currently sitting at the 7th seed in the NFC. They have to find a way. They had to go on a stretch. No more blowing it. No more blowing it. Now with Dalvin Cook out, you got to get the ball to Kene Nwangu. Alexander Madison is going to be a big part of this, but Kene Nwangu should be definitely pick up some slack. He's been nothing but a spark. That kickoff return, 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns just on the last month or whatever it was. I mean, come on. Give this man the football. It's simple. Let's get it done. Let's go on a run. We'll see how this thing goes. But, yeah, against the 49ers, the Vikings blew it. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. That helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. We're glad to be back pumping out videos. Let us know what you guys want us to cover. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. Give us a like and a listen on iTunes, or sub and listen, however it goes. And, just let us know what you guys think about the Vikings blowing it against the 49ers.